Good morning, YouTube. This is Arthur J. Bohlmann coming at you with another deck profile list of ancient gears. I hope you stay back afterwards as I explain why I run them. Starting off with our monsters, we have two ancient gear golems. Like all ancient gear monsters, your opponent cannot activate stuff while he's attacking. You want to activate Mirror Force? Nope, I'm sorry. I don't know what ancient gear technology gave me this ability, but I can do it. You want to put me in defense position? I'm sorry, I have the same amount of defense as I do attack. What are you going to do? Next, I run two Ancient Gear Gadjiton dragons. Relatively the same effect, but he's a search option for Gear Town and gets a nice little ability if you do decide to run the gadgets. For our Tribute Ancient Gears, we have one Gadjiton Chimera, one Ancient Gear Beast, and one Ancient Gear Engineer. I do not really have one preference or the other, but they're pretty nice, especially if you have Gear Town or if you have Ancient Gear Castle. I run three Ancient Gear Knights. He don't really get his secondary ability very much since he is a Gemini, but he has a nice little beat stick and he's the search ability for Gear Town. I played two Ancient Gear Soldiers. He automatically gets his little effect, and if you get him powerful enough, it really works out well. I do run the gadgets. I play two greens, two reds, and only one yellow. I tried to run two yellows, and it just didn't work, so I decided to take one out, and it runs just fine, especially if you can use them in conjunction with Ultimate Offering. Next, I play a Blast Sphere. It's really nice, a little surprise if your opponent's already taken out your powerful monsters, and you're just sitting there, and like a duck on a log, and you're sending all your monsters, and then you play him, and then, oh, I took you by surprise. I'm sorry, whatever big monster you had is just now destroyed. Next, I play two Cyber Dragons. You might be saying, hey, he's nice and shiny, he ain't no ancient gear. And I'm like, I don't care, I run him anyway. Next up, for our traps, we run a staple Mirror Force, Sketsu Armor, and a Negate Attack, as well as an Ultimate Offering, which is really good for getting out most of your stuff. For our magics, we run three Gear Towns. Really nice. You can bring out your monsters with one less tribute. If it's destroyed, you can search and special summon for any monster except for Beast or Golem, which is really nice also if you're facing against an opponent that doesn't know what it does, and you play on the field and your opponent's like, oh, I don't like that, I'm going to destroy it. And you're like, okay, I'll bring out one of its citizens. I play two Ancient Gear Castles. It has a nice little effect. If you do it earlier on in the game, your opponent brings out a monster, you can tribute it, bring out more powerful monsters. It also gives you a nice little attack boost. I play two Power Bonds. This is my polymerization for the deck. Usually I like to do it if I know I'm just about to the point where I can either break or make in the game, and it doubles the attack, brings out your powerful fusions. I play Limit Removal for basically the same reason. If you're just trying to do something and you just can't, it's really great. I play an Ancient Gear Drill just to search out for whatever is handy at the moment. Usually it'll be a Power Bond. Playing Ancient Gear Fist lets me destroy a monster that an Ancient Gear is attacking. Playing Ancient Gear Workshop, especially if you need those Ancient Gears that one more in your hand, it really helps out. I also do play a Gravity Blaster. It's a very strange effect. It's permanent, and you get to increase one machine type monster you equip it to by 400 each turn, which it stays even if it leaves the field. I play the Trinity of Monster Reborn, Darkhold, and Heavy Storm, as well as two Mystical Space Typhoons, just in case if I want to destroy my own Gear Town. I also play, finishing up, we have a Solidarity, which I really like, especially if you're running out of luck. Your opponent's hamming at you with a 1900, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll kill you with a Red Gadget. How do you feel? Rounding up with our small extra deck, we have one Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, which is really good if you double his attack, and he has piercing damage. Almost an OGK potential. And a Chimera Tech Overdragon, especially if you're just drawing monsters after monsters after monsters, you can bring him out and just go for however much attack you want to. Well, that will about wrap it up for my Ancient Gear deck profile list. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. They're really fun. I've become really comfortable with them.
That's one thing you need to do in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're not comfortable with your deck, you shouldn't necessarily run it. That if you're comfortable with it and you can just fluently do whatever you want to with it, whether you win or lose, you can do a lot more with it, and it's always better to be more comfortable with it and enjoy it. Ancient Gears are a lot easier to find nowadays. They re-released the structure deck in a whole bunch of different convenience stores around all over the place. Half the price. It's really easy to make them and put them together. They're just they seem like they could be slow, but they're actually a lot quicker than they seem, and they're just really enjoyable. And Crowler is such a fun character on the GX series. I decided, well, might as well do it, and they're really fun. Thank you, and have a great day.